The United Kingdom is great for its unique blend of deep historical roots and modern innovation. It has shaped the world through its contributions to literature, science, politics, music, film, and many more. And that's not what only makes the UK special. It even gets better when you enter the country. It compasses some of the most beautiful, breathtaking natural landscape and iconic attractions. It's no wonder why the UK is ranked in the top 5 most visited countries in Europe. You can never get enough when visiting this country. However, living here is a whole different story. And if you're unlucky enough to be born and raised here, you know exactly what I mean. It feels like this island has bipolar. One minute is sunny and beautiful, the next you're caught in a horizontal rain with an umbrella that's turned inside out and becomes a 5-pound kite. The weather forecast on your phone can't predict the British weather. That's how you know it's unpredictable. But when it's sunny, it's nice, fresh and beautiful. It's like I can finally breathe fresh air and sun gaze after being subjected to grey skies and drought rain for months straight. Like seriously, we live in rain and cold with zero natural colour most of the time. So when the sun decides it's time to appear, then there's a breath of fresh air, both literally and figuratively. But the quality of life here is poor. For the UK being a country that constantly bangs on being a developed nation and likes to pretend it's still basking on some kind of post-empire glory, living here often feels like you're paying luxury prices to exist in a slowly crumbling theme park with broken rides and overpriced teas. Tell me why we have to pay exorbitant prices to live in what feels like poverty. We're buying less things but the prices say more. Gone are the days where you could buy a bag of groceries for under £50. It's safe to say that those days will never return. Now you will be lucky if you can get a week's worth of basics for that price. And don't get me started on renting a place in the UK. Unless you're okay with living in a damp shoebox with 10 other people, then prepare to sell one kidney. It's even worse if you live in London. Now everyone knows London. Americans can't help but to think that London is the only place in the UK and the rest is just farmland, which is somewhat true, but let's not give them the benefit of the doubt, as us Brits always have the tendency to look down on Americans. But at the same time, we screw our faces when Americans make fun of our poor dental hygiene or the way we say a bottle of water. Americans and the rest of the world all think that London is this glamorous, distinguished, and lovely city filled with class and etiquette. However, the reality is London is a densely populated hellhole with weirdos doing whatever at the bus stops, gambling addicts crashing out in front of Ladbrokes or William Hill after they lost £10,000, teens vandalizing shopping centres, loud car traffic jams and road rage and dejected antisocial citizens on the London Underground. The London Underground is the best thing that happened in London, to be fair. That's unless if you live in South East London. You lot that live in South East London are neglected, I can't lie. But the London Tube is one of the few things I like about London. As I am a prolific train nerd, I also like the beautiful parks, the green areas. It's a nice escape from the chaotic atmosphere in London. Life goes slow anywhere else. Life goes unbelievably fast in London. I know this because I was born and raised here. Being a Londoner, my only purpose is to get on the Central Line, to clock into a job I despise, then finish and go to a pub to order a pint that costs a fortune, then drink my pain away. Then after that, I go home, watch TV, order some chicken and chips from the chicken shops nearby, then go to sleep and repeat the process the next day. However, if I was a rich Londoner, I would live like a king. The only luxury I don't have is not being able to buy expensive jackets like Moncler or Canada Goose or expensive watches, because buying that will automatically risk me getting robbed or stabbed by your average roadman from South London. You can't even use your smartphone in London, as there is a chance that someone on a moped is plotting and scheming on every way he can disown your phone. Now it's time to have a moment of silence for your robbed phone. When I say Londoners are antisocial, I mean it. You could be at the brink of death in busy Oxford Street, but Londoners are more concerned with catching the Victoria line to Brixton. Speaking of Brixton, Brixton is seen as the most dangerous place to visit in London, thanks to this song. But I'm here to dispel this stereotype. I think Brixton is the most underrated place to visit in London. Brixton has an energetic community spirit that pulses through its markets, murals, and music venues. I go to Brixton once in a while, and after I go there, I feel culturally enriched. When you go to London, you should definitely visit Brixton and grab some curry goat in the Caribbean shops or something. You'll definitely enjoy it. Don't believe me? Here's proof from a fellow Brixton resident.
The first clock I saw, I was young. I putting cocks in bums.
But when you move to towns and cities outside of London, like Birmingham, that's when you know you're finished. As you just moved to the most dirtiest, dystopian, dangerous and deprived cities in the UK, even worse than Gotham City. This is the happiest resident living in Birmingham. The streets and residents look insanely ugly. I don't know how people cope living here. People who live in Birmingham didn't ask to live there. They were cursed with living there. Is that bad? To put my point into perspective, the dirtiest street in the UK is based in Birmingham. Now that's how you know they're living in hell. Don't let the £1 billion libraries or aesthetically pleasing Selfridges you see on Google when you search Birmingham fool you. It's not a nice city to live in. I have never been to Brum and I would like it to stay that way. And don't even get me started on Slough. Slough might give Birmingham a run for its money for the worst city in the UK, but I digress. Now contrast to these dead cities, there's some really nice places in the UK that I would like to go or I've been to personally, like Edinburgh, especially in autumn. Bristol, as Bristol is just pretty as hell. Bath, Bathers, some parts of Wales, Brighton, Devon, Newcastle, Cornwall. You think I was gonna say Liverpool? Sorry, no, as soon as I enter Liverpool, I'm going to be met with scousers that crash out whenever I say they are English. So in order to escape those scousers, I have to drive back in pothole-ridden, congested, traffic jam roads back to my parking space in London, but I can't because some idiot took my parking spot, so I have to reverse parallel park into a tight parking space in the middle of a breezy road. But I don't even have the chance to do it since these Londoners are so impatient. They just cannot seem to take their hands off the horn. It's really not easy being in this country. Not because of the driving alone, but because of the food. British food is evil. The violation we get from our food is completely deserved, in my opinion. Like, some of these meals should not have the luxury of being called food. I mean, look at this. What is that monstrosity, bro? Even the fishes are questioning their life choices in being in that pie, dog. Like, what the hell is this? But British cuisine does not have the best reputation. Everybody around the world makes fun of our food, which is honestly deserved. I mean, which Brit honestly thought it was a great idea to cook up this evil substance and call it a meal? And people unironically gobble this trash and rate it a 10 out of 10. It makes me sick even looking at it. After that, I think I need to go to the GP to book an appointment. But hey, it seems like I can't get a doctor's appointment. As getting a doctor's appointment in the UK is like trying to win the Hunger Games. You wake up at 7:59 AM, ready to finger the NHS apps book now like your life depends on it. Because it sort of does. Then boom, 8 AM hits, and suddenly, you're in a race with half your town. By 8:01, the lines are jammed, the online booking system crashes, and you're greeted with that lovely soul-destroying message.
No appointments available. Please try again tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Mate, I'm ill today. And then if by some miracle you get an appointment, you will still have to wait for months for it, and you will have to pray to the Lord that your doctor prescribes you with something rather than telling you, just rest, or just drink some more water. So pray again that your immune system is strong enough to carry you for the rest of your life, as clearly the doctors do not care on if you die tomorrow. But despite me complaining about the country I'm living in, the truth is that I'm very privileged to be living here. It's an undeniable fact that the UK is a first world Western country with great opportunities. There are people in the world who have it way worse than me, so these are just first world problems at the end of the day. So I do love the United Kingdom and British culture. Well, a love-hate relationship, let's just say that. Anyways, that's enough me rambling about the UK. We're so close to 100k subscribers, so if you don't mind subscribing, that would be absolutely amazing. We're just 10k away from 100k subscribers. Anyways, let me stop yapping. I'll catch you later.